Oh, we're so glad you're here. You know you're always welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, cousins of all ages, it is time for the play.
The play? What play? What does she mean, the play?
Oh, remember, sweetie? Remember what you told Olivia on Thanksgiving?
I remember
That's right.
You made a bargain.
a bargain.
It was Thanksgiving Day, football day. Olivia wanted to put on a show during the fourth quarter, and you said,
If you'll let Daddy finish this quarter,
I'll let you put on a whole play at Christmas.
I did say that, didn't I? But you didn't forget, did you?
No, I did not, Daddy.
a whole play.
And it's Christmas Eve. That's Christmas, Dad. So it's time for the play.
I promise. So where should we sit?
Sit. Oh, no. That won't do. I need actors.
Actors, but none of us have practiced.
That's okay. I'll be good enough to make up for all of you.
She gets this from your side of the family.
Well, what do you want us, Madam Director?
Okay. How about you all just clear a spot in the middle, and I'll call you over when it's your cue. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, cousins of all ages, Olivia Genesis Productions presents The Christmas Story, starring Baby Jesus. Mary, that's me. Also Joseph and a whole bunch of other people. Okay, we need a narrator. Uncle Mark, you can read. Oh wait, Joseph. Hey Lucas, you be Joseph.
Thompson all right. Lucas, it's just pretend. Help your cousin out.
You may continue, narrator.
A long time ago, in a holy land far, far away, there was a young girl named Mary, and God chose her to give birth to the baby everyone had waited forever to see. An angel told her she would be pregnant even before she had a husband. This made Joseph cranky, apparently.
Grandma, you be the angel. Come tell me I'm gonna have a baby and tell Joseph not to be afraid about it.
Well, alrighty. Mary, you're going to have the most important baby ever. And Joseph, don't be nervous. You should marry her anyway. He was born in Bethlehem.
And so he did, just like the angel said. Then Mary and Joseph had to go to Bethlehem to pay taxes. Caesar wanted to count everybody because Caesar had trouble sleeping, and he counted people instead of sheep. Mary was also super pregnant.
I'm so pregnant. I only had a donkey to ride on or something.
Is she limping?
Sweetie, what are you doing? Mary is pregnant, not recovering from the plague.
Dramatic license, Mom, makes the character more interesting. The audience have to feel her struggle.
What audience?
When Mary and Joseph got to Bethlehem, there was seriously just a ton of people there, so it was hard to find a place to stay.
Okay, Dad, you be the people who tell us there's no room.
Oh, all right. Mary and Joseph, hello. I'm terribly sorry, but I just don't know where we're going to put you.
No, Dad, you gotta say it like you mean it.
All right, listen up, you two. There's not enough room in this here town for all of us, so you're just going to have to hang around this major thing until the census crowd moves along, see?
Dad, that was perfect.
Oh, thank you.
And while they stayed in Bethlehem, Mary gave birth to her first son, Jesus.
Hey, Jesus is here.
Woo!
She wrapped him in snug cloths and made his bed in a manger because there was no room anywhere else.
Okay, now we need shepherds. Grandpa, can you be a shepherd?
I'm allergic. I'm allergic to wool.
And Liam, you can be a sheep.
A sheep? but Lucas got to be a person. I'll be Joseph. I'll be Joseph.
Shepherd and sheep, you go over there to the field and watch your flock by night. Now, Grandma, Angel, you're on with the shepherd.
Nearby, there were shepherds with their sheep in a field, and God wanted to invite them to the most important birthday party ever. Except they were expecting company, and it scared the lamb chops out of them.
Hello, shepherds. Well, no need to be scared. I just wanted to tell you that Messiah is being born in Bethlehem today. You should go there. You know him when you see him. He'll be the swaddled in the cloth, lying in the manger.
Back in my days, entire families would sleep in one feeding tub, and we like it. That's what's wrong with people these days now.
So those shepherds looked at each other and thought, we should go check that out. Off they went to Bethlehem, and when they got there, they found Mary and Joseph and the baby just as the angel told them. And everyone was so amazed to hear the story the shepherds were telling.
Everybody acts like you're really excited to hear the shepherds.
Yay! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Talk about the angels and your baby.
Well, for crying out loud, Joseph, have you ever seen a girl treasure things in her heart and ponder them before?
She get this from your side of the family.
So the shepherds returned to the field, praising God for everything they had seen and heard.
All right, shepherd and sheep, you can go now.
Well, bravo, Olivia. That was a lovely play, and it really brought the story of Christmas to life.
Oh, but it's not over yet.
Oh, of course not. I was really hoping.
Hoping there's more, right?
Yeah, you bet.
It's your lucky day, Auntie, because next we meet the wise men.
Wise. Oh, wise men, of course.
It was on the tip of my tongue. But who's gonna be the wise men?
Well, I guess there's no more boys left, so we'll just have to use smart ladies. Aunt Susie, can you and your sisters be smart ladies?
Well, two of us can. Hey!
I learned in Sunday school that the wise men didn't show up right away. They came maybe a little later, maybe even after Jesus started walking.
All those smarts, and they still couldn't show up on time. Must have had their wives with them. Ha ha!
Oh no, sweetie, I'm sure it was all men who still haven't figured out how to use their smartphones for directions.
Hey, that thing has more buttons than a Hobby Lobby. It's very confusing.
Okay, so Jesus was maybe a little bit older now, so I guess you have to imagine. Ooh, and we need a Bethlehem star, but I didn't make one of those. Mommy, you should be the star, because you're already sparkly like one.
Me? Oh, well, I did take a few theater classes in college, so what's my motivation here?
To be so shiny that everyone looks at you like, what? Come stand here behind us. Okay, now arms out, legs apart. There, perfect.
Star the show.
Okay, so now we are, yes, right here. The wise men, the smart ladies, came from the east because of the star. They were searching for the king of the Jews. Oh no, Olivia, I'm wondering if you meant king of Jews here.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I thought so. So the smart ladies finally came to the house where Jesus was living and brought him presents.
Presents. Hello, smart ladies. What did you bring?
Well, we have to bring presents. Okay, let's see. I brought this party mix. And I'm gonna bring this candle. Oh, all right. Then I brought this. Hey, that's Grandpa's game. Well, Grandpa could sit until the play's over.
I'll say it only because I want to.
Is anybody taking this seriously?
Now, if I'm an angel, shouldn't I be wearing Jesus, baby Jesus?
I hope nobody got me party mix for Christmas.
When I was your age, we got an orange for Christmas and we split it with the whole family. Mark your words, party make it everyone soft.
Sweetie, will it ruin the plate if the star puts her arms down? Starting to hurt a little.
Back in my days, there were no toys. We had our arms up for fun.
Held your arms up for. What does that even mean?
Bet I can hold my arms up for longer.
All right, it's getting late, and the boys have to wake up early. And you know, when they wake up early, they make ridiculous championships. So we should get them home.
Oh, don't feel like you have to rush.
Well, we should probably get going. Grandpa has trouble driving in the dark, and we've got a Christmas Eve date under the mistletoe.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, I'm not blocking anyone, but I need to spend some Christmas Eve time with Kat Bentar and Mr. Miyagi.
Who are Cat Benatar and Mr. Miyagi?
Her cat's dear.
Ah, right. Drive safe, everyone.
Well, that was a disaster.
No, sweetie, that was very great.
Disaster? That was the best Christmas Eve we had in a long time. Very interactive. I'll never see the same nativity again.
I've been playing this place since Thanksgiving. You have to stop early because no one can stay in character. Amateurs.
It was a real plot twist when the wise men brought candles, party mix, and the walking came to the house of the Messiah.
Oh, I don't know. He's the light of the world, the bread of life. He made the lame walk. I think it works.
Dad, you don't have to try and make me smile. The play was a complete mess. We couldn't get it right, not even if we tried.
Oh, kiddo, it doesn't have to be perfect to be worth it. Let me ask you this. Was the first Christmas a disaster?
Dad.
No, seriously, I want to know what you think. When Jesus, who always was and always will be, that Jesus, when he limited himself to a human body like ours, was that a disaster?
Well, maybe a little. He slept in a barnyard dinner bowl. His first visitors were smelly and dirty, and the wise men were late to the party. That's a mess, Dad.
Well, sure, no doubt about it. It looks like a mess to us. But let me ask you this. Right there in the middle of it, and all that confusion and stuff that seemed to go wrong, that very first Christmas, wasn't God also up to something really, really wonderful?
Yeah, I guess he kind of was.
See, sometimes when we think things couldn't get any worse, the very moment it looks like everything has fallen apart, well, you can bet that's probably the exact moment where God is doing some of his best, most incredible work.
You really think so?
Based on the Bible alone, I know so. On the very first Christmas day, God sent his son into the world for those of us who would never get it right without him, not even if we tried.
Dad's right. And when you think about it that way, maybe your Christmas play was the best that's ever been. A beautifully perfect mess. Kind of like the first Christmas.
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Boy, you guys are smart sometimes. I'm sleepy. I think I'll go to bed now, 'cause we both know two things.
What's that, sweetie?
Number one, I'm waking up in the morning while it's still dark. And number two, these stockings of ours aren't going to stuff themselves.
She knows. Good night, my girl.
Sweet dreams to you. And Olivia, Merry Christmas. It was a perfect mess.
Merry Christmas, Daddy. You too, Mama.
Speaking of disasters, I still have so many presents to wrap. Are you going to help me?
Help you? I still haven't assembled the thing with all the pieces.
You still haven't put that together yet?
Well, you're the star of Christmas. Don't you have a little magic or something you can sprinkle around to speed things up?
Magic maybe, dear, but I'm not a miracle worker.
Praise Jesus. We've been able to gather on this day and in different pieces and in different parts. It's kind of like seeing a Christmas tree or opening a stocking or opening one of those nestle dolls, and each time you remove a layer, there's something deeper inside. And what I mean by that is there has been a message in each part of this worship service on this day, from the songs to the prayer to the scriptures to the dance to the message that's foretold. We all learn in different ways and we all receive in different ways. The thing is you should never discount the container that the message is delivered in. You should never discount the container that the message is delivered in. You see, we get so focused on our idea of perfection. We get so focused on how the gift should be wrapped, what bows it should have, what color it should be, how it should look on the outside, that you miss what's all wrapped up inside. I heard a scholar say this week that it's probably best that there was no room in the inn, because can you imagine how many people would have tried to capitalize off the place? Come sleep where Jesus slept. Instead, we have an unknown place, but the beautiful thing about it is that he can be wherever you are. And that can be in your heart. Mary had no idea what she was bringing into the world. She could have quickly decided to run. She could have quickly decided to flee. She could have quickly decided to be disobedient. But just as I mentioned last week, that as you do two things, as you pray and you prepare, you have to recognize the present of obedience. I'm going to say that one more time. As you pray and as you pray for whatever it is that you're asking God to do in your life, you need to prepare to receive it. Mary had an opportunity to pray and to prepare. It says she even thought about these things in her heart. She had time to go away. She had time to go and visit with somebody that could be encouraging to her. She went and visited her cousin, and she went and she prepared a place to receive the Savior of the world. She didn't have to do it, but she did it for us. She did it because she knew it was something greater than what was going on in her life. She knew that it was even bigger than what her and Joseph were about to tackle. She prayed and she prepared to receive the newborn king. She prayed and she prepared, and she also received the present of obedience. You see, you have a choice to obey or disobey, and it's really a thin line. There's either you're in or you're out, you're hot or you're cold, you're obedient or you're disobedient. The song that the children danced to, that the youth danced to earlier, that says, even when I chose to go left, you were there. Even when I chose to go right, meaning I wasn't following your path exactly, but the Lord is here for you on this day. As we continue to worship God in this place, I pray that you prepare to receive what God has yet in store for you. That you receive the understanding that as they brought the gifts, you see, you discounted those party mixes, you discounted the cane, and you discounted the candle, right? But each thing has a message in its meaning. Jesus is the light of the world. He is here to heal those who are brokenhearted. You might not be broken in your body, in your bones, but you might have a broken heart. You may have a broken mind. You may have a broken spirit. You may have a broken a will. Whatever it is that's broken, he's ready here to fix it on this day. He's the light of the world. He's ready to shine up those spaces inside of you that have been darkened for way too long, because there's a world waiting out there to hear the gospel message. Don't you be afraid. You've lost your confidence, get your confidence back. You've lost your hope, get your hope back. You've lost your joy, get your joy back. You've lost your peace, get your peace back. God doesn't intend for you to stay in the mess that you're in. There's a message in what you're going through, so that when you come out of this, that you'll have a testimony to share with the world. Mary had no idea what she was being set up for. Mary had no idea. Do you know what God is preparing for you? Ask yourself that question today.